anyone.
You will also remember
he says he's gonna come in. Eugene is already here, so
W.B. Du Bois, who was very active in the process of liberating the African Americans from the clutches of slavery and discrimination.
Huh?
And also played a very
pretty
part in the
Trying to understand this new
for
stream thing. This is a new technology you're using here, right?
Yeah, it is a new one. It is a
in
new one I found out, so I'm trying to see how it
I'm
goes,
trying to understand how it actually
how it works, and
works.
was
yeah, because this is the only
Africans who later
one
It's not
that we
showing
can
me.
use.
I'm trying to get a
this is
bigger
the
picture of you.
for decolonization.
Huh?
I'm trying to get a bigger view of you. I'm seeing the video you're playing.
Yeah, I did that on
that it was
purpose.
never successfully colonized.
Okay.
I can definitely, I can switch
There
things
was
around.
limited occupation, and you are familiar with
And I'm in my
that.
car. I'm in Wheaton,
so
now I'm going to find a Starbucks area where I can sit.
Concern us, particularly at this time.
Yeah,
And
so
I hope during this conversation I'll be able to demonstrate why, in order for us to understand the present, we must understand the past, which will also enable us to have a glimpse on what the future holds. And one of the speeches which is seldom referred to is a speech that was delivered in the year 1906, in the month of April, by a South African called Pixley Kaisaka Seme. And it is instructive that Pixley Kaisaka Seme was the first president of the African National Congress when it was founded in 1912. When Pixley Kaisaka Seme delivered that speech as a student at the University of Columbia, his title was The Regeneration of Africa. And what he was talking about at that time was an Africa that had borne the brand of slavery.
I have a question for you.
And was
Is this
laboring
only for us?
under the pain of
For
colonization.
yeah, only people who are on our leadership team, but also the ones we're trying to add there. Because we're gonna be discussing about how we're gonna be working on this.
So can I add? Is it okay? I add my friend that I added to the chat, Bishop William Hawthorne.
Yeah, definitely you can. Only we have to be 6 people according to this
okay.
If you remember, the Germans
you should be fine.
How many do you have so far?
We have 1, 2, 3. We are 3, so we still need like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna try to reach somebody as well.
Which was then the Togoland, the Volta area.
Brother Ross coming on.
I don't know. I'm sending him a link.
And they were also present in what is now the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Italians, to the extent that they could, tried to occupy Ethiopia and Eritrea, and were present in a portion of Somalia. The British were present, of course, in Uganda, in Kenya, in Nyasaland, in Rhodesia, and in Nigeria, and in many other places. The French, of course, were also present. And all these powers, even the Spaniards, were present in Equatorial Guinea, as were the Portuguese. And the whole idea was to use the resources, both natural and human, of the African continent, so that the partition of Africa was one that was designed to benefit the European powers. The partition was arbitrary. If you look at the nation states that we now have, or is it states that we now have with many nations in them, every other African country that we are talking about now is struggling to be a state. All of them, without exception, all of them. And this is what Pixley Kaisa Kasemo was saying. How will we regenerate this continent? And it's instructive that he was talking at a time when the entire continent of Africa was under colonization, excluding Liberia and Ethiopia, all of them. And therefore, when in 1945, Africans were represented in Manchester, Kwame Nkrumah.
I'm going to have Dave Powell come in.
Marcus Garvey was present at
Okay.
that meeting.
Let me
Jomo
check.
Kenyatta was present at that meeting. Afemi Awolowo was present at that meeting. The drive was to decolonize Africa. And one of the things that amazes me is that at that time, these individuals did not have the internet, they did not have WhatsApp, they did not have the kind of communication that we have now. But it is amazing at how they were communicating. Even air transport was not as it is now. I was just recently reading the activities of one of the greatest Africans who, in my view, ever lived, and many people do not know about, the great Ghanaian James Emmons Kwegyir Agri, normally referred to as Agri of Africa, and how he traveled from the United States and went to many countries in Africa, traveling by sea and talking about why Africa should be united. And that was Pan-Africanism, the Pan-African spirit at that time. Of course, we then went into the era of decolonization, and the spirit again was,
Jerome, you got Bishop Williams.
Was consistent. You had people from the
Yes, I
Caribbean
invited him. Did he join?
in the struggle.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm here.
People like
okay. How are you?
saying that Africa must be free.
Ka-
A little later, people like Martin Luther King Jr., and people like
So
Malcolm X talking
I
about
think
George
that's all
Padmore
people we're gonna have in. I'm not
talking
sure.
about how
You guys, you let me
should
know
be
if we
liberated,
can
and we
start.
should work with people in the diaspora.
Okay, give me
And then
one
the
moment. I think Dr.
agitation
Ayomi is
that
going to
we
be
must
joining us. One moment,
regain
please.
our independence.
Okay.
And famously in
Yeah, what about
1949,
Ross?
Ghana's Kwame Nkrumah is saying, "Seek ye
I
first the
don't know. Let me
political
see.
kingdom, and the rest will be given unto you." And I dare say that the rest has never been given to us. And even if it
Alula is in the
coming, it is
house.
coming too slowly.
Good, good.
Yes.
It is instructive that at
Welcome.
that
Thank you for
time,
joining
the
us.
spirit was
This
about
time. This time.
the continent of Africa.
Yeah.
We
it's
were conscious.
Nice, nice.
1, 2,
The
3,
leaders were
4, 5.
conscious
So we only need one more person, I believe.
that Africa
Uh,
decolonized without unity would remain weak. And of course, Africa is weak. The
1,
weakest
2, 3,
continent
4,
on earth
5.
is this continent in which we
Eugene
are.
left or what? I don't see him.
So the
Oh.
struggle for independence was
Brother
everywhere
Eugene.
across.
Yeah, hold on one.
Is he still there?
Yeah, I'm here, still here.
Oh,
1 second, please. I think he's tying in right now. I'm talking to him on the
So
chat. 1
when
second.
on the
okay.
6th day of March, Ghana regained her independence. Ghana, it was then Gold Coast. I think the most eloquent and the most passionate warrior for Pan-Africanism was Nkrumah. He said on that day and again later that the independence of Ghana means nothing if the rest of Africa is not free. And he meant it, because when Ghana regained independence in 1957, 1 year later, Guinea regained her independence. A year later, the French Sudan, or what we now call Mali, regained her independence. They signed a pact to create what they call the African Union. They thought at that time that that would be Africa in her embryonic days. And they invited Patrice Emery Lumumba in 1961, but of course Emery Lumumba was then assassinated in the month of January 1961. And he won. This is one of the things that always stands out in my mind. That Nkrumah, of all leaders at that time, was able to see that if we
Very
were
good.
not united, we would go nowhere.
Okay, Brother
So in
Abia will be coming in. I think Dr.
1958,
Ayami is in a class at the
summons a
moment, but he'll be
meeting
joining us in a little bit if
in
he can.
Accra, Ghana, of the
Okay,
then
very good. So
independent
I think
African
I think
countries,
that's
and
all we can
tells
have.
them,
1, 2,
if we
3,
don't
4, 5,
unite
6.
now,
You mean you have a maximum of 6 you can add,
the
or a
neo-colonialist is
minimum?
going
Yeah,
to
I can
ensure
only
that
have
we
a 6 people.
remain disunited and we
Already?
remain small,
Yeah.
and they are going to
So
ensure that the
6
neo-colonial
what they'll pay
project
for it?
continues.
no, if we pay for it, yeah, definitely. Even the mark. So you see the
In
mark on top of here.
1961, on the first
There
day
is
of
one here
January,
who's coming.
again
Who's
in
there?
Casablanca, Morocco,
How many minutes you
he
have?
tells his audience,
Oh, we don't have a
let
minutes
us
limit.
unite now,
Limit,
before
unlimited.
each one of our
Yeah,
leaders
but
How many people are on board
to
now?
power. Because power is easy to get
1,
used to.
2,
You
3,
who have been
4,
elected, you
5.
know. Once you become a minister and you
Yeah,
become
there's
used to
one
people
more in the
saluting
room.
you and opening your doors, if it happens for
Who's the
1 month,
fifth?
you will find it very difficult
Uh,
if you lose your ministerial position when
that
there
would
is
be
nobody
me,
to salute you
possibly.
and
I
open
think
your
No,
doors.
you're one.
That is
Eugene,
how attractive
Jerome, me, that's 4. Who is
power can
5?
be. And
uh,
you want the
I'm here.
people.
Brother Eugene is in.
But the colonial project
yeah,
was
but
alive
someone I
and
don't
well,
see.
because as they were meeting
I
in
think Brother
Casablanca,
Abia,
Morocco, there was
Brother
another
Abia
group
supposed
that
to be
was
coming in
meeting
as
in
well.
Monrovia in
Yeah, I
Liberia.
know.
That is
Yeah,
how
my
So
Africa
video is
started
also.
splitting,
I turn off my video for
creating two groups,
yeah,
now
the
because I'm
South
driving.
America group
Trying
and
but
to
the
still
go to
there
Monrovia
we
group.
Starbucks.
can see you.
The Casablanca group, which comprised of four famous,
Pastor
Kwame
William, he's there
Nkrumah was
too.
there
So
from
Pastor
Ghana,
William,
Gamal
Yeah,
Abdel
Bishop.
Nasser
so
was
that's the
there
one.
from
Bishop
Egypt,
Williams.
Yeah, yeah,
Eben Bella
Bishop.
was there from
Bishop William.
Algeria,
Welcome,
yeah.
Bishop.
Ibo Keita
God bless
was
you.
there
Thank you very
from
much for
Mali. They
inviting me. I
Same
really
here,
said,
brother.
appreciate that.
unite now.
Yes, sir.
The Monrovia.
Yeah, there's a lot
Okay.
that I'm excited about.
All right. So I think now this is a good time we can actually start official. That's why I stopped this video. I'm gonna have to move this on off screen anyways. Okay, so good morning to me. To you guys, I think it's evening.
Yes, evening. That's right.
Yeah, here it's around 2:30, almost 2:30 in the morning. So I greet you all and happy 2023. The year of we're expecting a lot of change. We're gonna have to go through as African. My name is Imani Yohani Power. I'm talking to you from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. And you guys, some of you may know me. I'm among the founder of New Africa Network, which is me, Brother Eugene, Brother Jerome Alula, and OP and Mundit, and some other people, but other ones maybe they have not been active. And today we want to discuss with you guys how we're gonna be able to can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, someone say there is no audio. I don't know. So we're gonna be able to discuss how we can be able to get network problem, I guess. Okay. So how we can be able to how we're gonna be able to move forward for 2023. So I haven't been able to get used to this thing because I've been working on it today. So my camera is not good. One is a computer camera, so it's not my original camera. That's number one. So if you don't see me very well, for the future or maybe tomorrow or next meeting, we're gonna be able to get that. So now let me give time to each one of you guys to introduce yourself since I already finished. Welcome.
Thank you, Brother Amani. We appreciate your time and the hard work that you've been putting in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. And the New African Network has certainly been amongst the top rank of the Black nationalist movement. And we appreciate all the time and the effort that you've been putting in to bridge the gap between our brothers and sisters in the African diaspora with the African continent, with the brothers and sisters on the African continent. So a big Black power go out to you, brother. And we'd like to thank our guests who have just tuning in, those members of the New African Network. Certainly, we all have been striving to embetter our people wherever we may be at. And it has certainly been a challenge, but it is a challenge worth the cause. Brother Alula, Ras Alula in Philadelphia has been putting in the hard work. Brother Jerome out of Baltimore, Maryland has putting in the work. We have our new brother, Bishop Williams. We also have Brother Abia Gazibiha, who has been here in the U.S. Atlanta region, who has been working diligently, striving to bridge the gap and to create substance with the dialogue that we've been having over the New African Network since the dawn of the 2019 conference that was held at the African Union headquarters in Washington, D.C. It is the place where myself and many other brothers and sisters had come together. And this is how the New African Network, it came into existence. It was because of the dialogue and the sense of community that we had come together to discuss some of the major problems that are affecting Black people all over the world. And the African headquarters in Washington, D.C., the African Union headquarters in Washington, D.C. was the primary place for us to do so. It was a place of comfort. It was a place of community. And it was a sense of being able to express ourselves freely as Black people to come up with some solutions that affect our well-being. The New African Network started out as a group of just 100 people in 2019. It has grown to over 300,000 people as we are speaking today. That is tremendous growth in such a small period of time, but the reach even go way beyond the 300,000. It goes worldwide, which we have now a footprint on all continents, and we have been doing good things. from raising money to be able to provide educational support, Kiswahili. And this is one of the schools, the Art Center in Addis Ababa with Brother Jerome. Many of our brothers and sisters throughout the West Coast African region have been engaging for many months now and has been able to relay positive information on the impact that the New Africa Network has been bringing forth over the last 3 years. Again, we have made tremendous progress, and I'm very delightful to see that we have been a part of the new age solution to bridge the gap between our brothers and sisters in all continents, but also aiming towards the unification of a one united African peoples. We are one united African peoples. We are one united Africa. As the new breed leader African generation has come into power, we see ourselves advancing in the fields of both politics, economics, and forming the necessary alliances that we will require in order to pass the torch down to the next generation. We are a resilient people. African people are a beautiful people. And as we embrace the new concepts of leaning more towards a unified front, African people, wherever we may live and be, we will do well. Black Power, and I welcome all to the New African Network 2003 intellectual conversations that we're having this evening. Black Power and one love.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
One love.
I think very good. So I think that you guys, you understand now what it is our plan for the New Africa Network. Why it was created to start with. Let me give time to Mr. Brother Arula to introduce himself. Thank you.
Give thanks and praise. It's Brother Rasa Lula here. Want to thank Brother Eugene, Brother Imani, Brother Jerome for creating this forum again for us to be able to come together in dialogue. As I said, my name is Rasa Lula. I'm in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I look forward to what 2023 has to offer and what we plan to do. Nice meeting you all.
Thank you for coming in. Jerome, it's your turn, please, if you are there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still on the road. But yeah, just real quick, I'm Jerome Matias, live in Baltimore, Maryland. My profession is graphic design, web development, and IT profession. Also an author and artist, and been living in the United States for about almost 25 years, coming from Trinidad, Caribbean. I've been to Ethiopia several times, doing a little bit of humanitarian work and, just research and stuff, making connections with people over there. Yeah, that's all I got for now.
Okay, very good. So before I give you, I tell you guys, we are also live on YouTube, and I'm gonna remove someone to add someone, and I think I'm gonna remove Jerome. So I'm gonna send you the link on YouTube, then I'll bring you back in so I can put someone on. Okay. Hopefully there's someone who's waiting in the studio, so I have to move you and see if I can add that individual. You got that, Jerome?
Say that again. You said you're gonna add somebody.
Yeah, I'm gonna add someone and I'm gonna remove you. So I'm gonna send you a link on, and then you'll come back in.
Oh, okay.
I will let you know. I will let you know when to come back in.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so now let me give you time to, I think it's the Pastor Williams, if I'm not mistaken.
Bishop. Yeah.
Bishop Williams. Yeah, welcome, Bishop Williams. And can you give us your little introduction about yourself? Because it seems like
Well,
you're the one. Yes.
but let me say, Bariako.
Salam, salam.
Asante sana.
Karibu, karibu.
To learn the language of Swahili. I'm Bishop William Hoff. I'm multifaceted. I thank Jerome for inviting me. I'm a writer, bishop, several international ministries in Kenya, Pakistan, Uganda, Sudan. I am a of both the Army and the Air Force. They call it Minuteman. So that should tell you something. I'm a student, a scholar from Coppin State University, May 2023. The Eagles. And a passion for making corrections and addressing certain issues that from address and impacts the African American community. Active on several boards, clergy boards, yes, and I'm from Ancestry.com and found out that, as you can see in my avatar, the picture of me, I'm a light skin. I'm not mulatto, so I'm from two light skinned parents. DNA reveals the highest percentage, 7% Nigerian. Then,
Oh, shit.
23% European. Then after that, it starts Benin, Togo, Congo. And I was like, oh my God, Scotland, Ireland. By DNA, I realized if anybody gonna represent the world, I'm gonna be the voice of all. Tell all people I got all of you in me.
Okay, see.
My focus is seeing justice for our people here, bringing about changes in the law, changes in due process, eradicating certain laws that be deleted. So I've been busy writing, and just my next venture is to learn how to be a grant writer, which is a part of my studies as a nonprofit. I have two nonprofits. One is a youth organization, which Jerome has helped me out with both of them with ability, and I thank Jerome again for inviting me to this again.
Okay, very good. So I don't know what I may need to ask you, but one is that you say you are bishop in which denomination? That's how you guys will say, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which denomination?
We're in the United States, but I'm a bishop covering churches most from Webuye to Bungoma, Kakamega, Kisumu, Chimuswa. Yeah, I'm winning
Okay.
several
Okay.
up to now. Matter of fact, this past November, with the U.S. Africa Investment Forum in Washington, D.C., but I didn't get a chance to slated to speak. My son ended up going to the hospital getting with pneumonia, almost died, but praise be to Yah, everything worked. And I would have liked to have met President Ruto at Leadership Summit, because I have a few things that and connected with a lot of traveling all around Africa.
Okay. And you also mentioned that you are in the Air Force and Army?
That is correct. So I'm 100%. I'm 100% service connected. I went in the Air Force first and then in the Army. I guess
okay.
paused.
You mean, are you in National Guard or in reservists or in active or what?
Active.
Okay. Yeah, so I see there is a lot of things to pack around, and you say you also have an organization of children. Tell us a little more about that too.
My focus is reaching out to the youth entertainment group. My approach was appropriate. That were polluting the minds and the ears and eyes of our youth because of the amount of drug connotative presentation. I'm sure as many of us know that what we see here of our soul influences our psyche and in effect brings about our behavioral change psychologically. We see our young begin to a desire to do the things that they see being carried out in videos, even from the perspective of what they hear on radio. So my objective is to teach us first and foremost, forego the language of the animal. That's the white to belittling us as chattel. Kids are baby goats. Now they try to justify it by putting it in the dictionary. It'll never fly. It was always baby goats. Just has always been a female dog. It ain't gonna fly on each other that name. Heifers, these are animal language. We got to get away from that. We got to teach our children of the human and let the language of the beast remain.
Okay. Now, thank you for that. So I seem like I'm gonna need more information later on, but I appreciate. I will come back to the writing part, or that you say you are doing. I was very, very careful listening, by the way. So now, back to New Africa Network. It's New Africa with K, by the way. I always like to write Africa with K. According to Dr. Umar Johnson, one of my best teachers, is that Africa is not a European name. It's actually the original and the indigenous name to Africa. from Egyptian languages. So I don't know how right is that, but I always like to say that. So now, Brother Eugene, can you please remind us our creed?
Sure. 1 second, brother.
Are you looking for it?
Yeah,
Brother
one
Eugene?
moment. Yeah, 1 moment. I was having a conversation with another one of our New African networks was trying to tie in, but give me 1 second here.
Yeah, so if you want to send someone in, I'm going to have to remove you or to remove someone. So when they come in, you let me know, so I'll remove you and then I'll put them in. Or I'll remove someone, maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
But you let
just
me
hold.
know.
Yeah, just hold 1 second. If someone else want to talk right quick, they can go ahead and do so, but I'll read the creed in a few seconds. 1 second.
Okay, no problem. I can definitely chap in. So now we have a new African network, which was created in 2 years ago. With our mission actually, or the purpose of creating our new Africa network is just to create a space where African on motherland and African diaspora can actually chat and talk most of issues that we are facing as Black race. So as I said, I'm African nationalist, which in Swahili is called Mzalendo Africa, but I'm also Swahili advocate, and I push Swahili to be included in a school curriculum, especially in Ethiopia, to be taught from primary school to universities. That is what we do in general, not only me, but all our team. We want to be sure that Kiswahili is taught in all African countries in schools. When it comes to Pan-Africanism, African nationalists, I don't like to use, by the way, the word Pan-Africa. When I talk to people who are intellectually, like you guys, Pan-Africa is not a part of it. Pan-Africa, it means Pan-Africa. Pan is Greek god, which means the god of all. That's why they say Pan-African means all Africans. So it is good to just say African nationalist, which completely means that Black nationalist as well. So we need United States of Africa. That's what it actually means. United States of Africa, that's what we are fighting for. There's no other things called Pan-Africa or African liberations or any other thing except Pan-Africanism, which it means United States of Africa first. And then people in the diaspora, they can come home, don't have to go through to go to Gambia or to go to South Africa or Mozambique or Zimbabwe or Nigeria. No, when you come as we have United States of Africa, then you will have one passport or you will have one privilege instead to go to knock on door on every country and they take you here, they take some of them, they may not even accept you, they may give you nothing. I think you guys, you listen to the talking of Tariq Nasheed when he was saying that African governments, they don't reach out to African descendants outside of Africa, which is true because we are so divided, so we're not liberated yet. So anyways, for this year 2023, Jerome, you still there, and Arula, you still there too. What do you guys think we should do? Starting with any one of you, even Brother Eugene, what is things that we need to do in 2023? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So what do you guys think you plan to do in 2023 to advance our vision? And Eugene, you get the creed?
Yes, I do. I have it right here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you definitely. Can you go ahead and read that for Bishop Williams? William, maybe he may hear what it's about.
For sure. I am African, regardless of where I was born, where I live, my tribe, my religion. Africa is my identity. God bless Africa. I am African.
Very good. So it's very short and very clear that I'm an African, regardless of where I was born, where I live, my religion, my language, and my speaking, and all of those. There is so many things as Black people we have that look like we are different or we have indifference, but some may say, "Oh, now I'm born in Jamaica, so what do I have to do with Africa?" No, you are African. Or I speak French, or I am colonized by France, or I speak Yoruba Hausa, or I speak Bambara, Mandinga, or Zulu, or Kikuyu, or wherever it is, people speak around. Yafano, Oromo, Amharic, all of that. But at the end of the day, you are African, and if you are Muslim, or you are Orthodox, or you are Catholic, or you are Pentecostal, you are Anglicana, or whatever it is, the religion, and some other ones we don't even know the names because in Africa there is other religions, like Wakafata here in Ethiopia, and traditional religions that people believe in. You still African, but also even if you have a secret society that you are subscribed to, because a lot of time we don't talk about this, but it's a big thing as well. So you still an African before that, instead to be, how do you call this, sympathize, or whatever it is, Freemason subscribers. There is so many things people subscribe to. Prince Hall, Freemason. I mean, there is a lot of secret things that people do. But at the end of the day, you may be a member of National of Islam as well. What can I tell you? So, all of those things. We Black people, we have all of it. Obviously, that's why we found ourselves in a hard situation where we have to decide how we're gonna deal with what we are facing. So even if you are part of that one or the other one, definitely we are Africans, and we are African first. So if you believe in any religion, then why did God make you Black? Why did not make you white or some other Chinese? It's because He wants you to take serious that first. Then the religions will come next in terms of what you believe and how you can handle other situations. In fact, that your religion should be the tool to help your own people who are dying hungry, that God did not create anyone to die hungry. I mean, Black people almost in many places, even in Haiti, as you guys know. So you God expects you to liberate your people rather than to just put your religion first. Instead, you need to put your race first. So anyways, so I was asking, what do you guys think we should do for this 2023?
Well, certainly I come to report a little bit about what's happening and the conversations that have been taking place on the New Africa Network. And many of the discussions have been around the exodus of Babylonian nations for African people returning to the continent of Africa, the lands of our ancestors. Secondly, involved was the reparations for those of the ADOS, African descendants of enslaved people and colonized people who have been putting dialogue and talk towards the powers that be to pay up. It is time to pay up, and reparations is now at the forefront of our movement. Another thing we've been discussing, we had previously had a delegation of 100 set to go over to visit and be a part of the African Union Summit that's coming up in Addis Ababa in March. And of course, after 3 weeks of dialogue and discussion through one of the divisions there, which is the Citizen Diaspora Division, got back in touch with the New Africa Network to inform that they did not have an interest in meeting with the delegation at the time. And so now it's all good and all. It doesn't stop. One monkey doesn't stop the show, and had been in discussion with Dr. Arikana on what would be a strategic move for us to meet, and suggested that we meet in one of the ECOWAS nations or a nation in Africa that will allow visa-free access for us to meet and have our own congregation and discussion about some of the major issues that are affecting African people worldwide. We would have thought that the African Union itself would have been highly interested in meeting with us, being that we are part of what's called the Six Region Initiative, which was put into play about 2 years ago when Dr. Arikana was the ambassador of the missionary unit here in the United States. And the actual division itself was created to help bring in the African diaspora to be able to have a table in the African Union, to be able to go there, to be a part of the major discussions that Africa is having, and also to be inclusive and transparent of what's happening in the nations in which the African diaspora live. So far, with our discussions that we've been having with them, they seem not to be interested, and therefore we're going to be taking some other measures to meet on our own. And so far, President Abdu of Ghana has offered for the Afro diaspora to come there and possibly hold our liberation meeting, conference, and summit in Ghana. But I also was able to relay to the people who have been connected with us that we appreciate that offer, and we'll be making a decision of our next step. And so we've also been getting offers in from Nigeria as well to host it in Abuja, which will be accommodating for us as well in Abuja in Nigeria. But I did tell those dignitaries that we had been in discussion with that we would certainly get back in touch with them to let us to let them know what our intentions are. So that's a little information on that end of it. And the New Africa Network has been heavily engaged with a lot of the political dignitaries in institutions, ranging from Black activists to the common person, who have been a part of our 3-year dialogue and discussions that was held at the African Union meetings we had in Washington, D.C. And so far, we've been getting very good feedback from the community to participate by any means necessary. And when we say by any means necessary, there are plenty smart city projects that have now taken place as a part of the jumpstart of the African Industrial Revolution that took place in 2020. And so very dynamic brothers and sisters that come from all sorts of skill, that have all sorts of skills and come from all sorts of backgrounds, have been highly interested in getting more engaged. So the ECOWAS region of Africa has been in big conversation with the African diaspora to look at some of the opportunities for contracting that it imposes to coming there to live, work, and play. And with the discussions and the news that we have been gathering, we've certainly been working with the African Development Institute with Dr. Arikana Chirambir the Sister Crystal Muhammad of the New Black Panther organization, and we have many grassroots organizations such as the Black Lives Matter organization with Hawk Newsman, who is the New York chair representative, have been heavily engaged to find out what could it that they do as well to work with us as a collaborative unit, getting together the necessary resources and educational materials that can help educate our brothers and sisters here in the United States and abroad about what's taking place there in Africa as a part of the jumpstart of the African Industrial Revolution, and some of the job and business opportunities that we can, job, business, contracting, you name it, opportunities that we can become more familiarized with so that we can get in on the front line to be able to take advantage of what's happening. There's all sorts of infrastructure and telecommunications, from construction to these new smart cities, and they want us to be a part of that, as well as investing into the projects themselves. And so, as we speak about reparations, that's a part of our reparations that we can bring to ourselves. We don't necessarily have to look for an oppressive nation to provide us with the necessary resources that we'll need to help ourselves level up, but to be able to take advantage of some of the economic, political, and economic opportunities where we can help level ourselves up without having to go to white society and asking them for monetary resources to help level up our situation. We know how that has been going, and that certainly has been a history with our ancestors for many years. They have also had been in discussion with these people about things that we need, but we all know how that goes as well. So we must be preparing ourselves with the education and with the resources that we can handle ourselves to be able to level up. And in the investment side of it, it's a win-win situation for everyone in the diaspora, and especially for those of the Foundation Black America, Africans living here in the United States. There's certainly a opportunity for us to take advantage of. Black Power.
Thank you so much. So now, what do we plan to do as New Africa Network? So one is that I hope I am glad Alula and Jerome, you guys are still there. I think we need to add more people on management. Since Dr. Mundit and Brother Opit, it seems like they are not fully active. So we need to add at least 2 or 3 more people there. Because we're gonna be going live at least maybe twice in a week. That's my intention. We're gonna be live. We're gonna choose a lot of topics. There's so many things to talk about, as Brother Eugene Hody mentioned some of them, about African Union, about reparation, about the Ghanaian government, about so many topics is happening in diaspora, about Haiti and so on. So there's a lot of things we need to talk about and we need to plan about as well. But also even the idea of planning for Pan-African Congress, that is one of the things also we need to talk about. So we need to add more people. And I was suggesting that I suggest Pastor Doctor, I don't remember his name, which I think he may be trying to come in, but I couldn't get him in. And Mr. David Powell and Miguel, I believe it's Miguel. So those are 3 people I was thinking that I need your opinion, but also Williams, Bishop Williams as well. So I need your opinion on that as well. Brother Russ, are you there?
I'm here, brother. I'm here, loud and clear.
Yeah, very good. So what do you think? Do you think we should add more people on that group?
Well, definitely more people is needed, but not just more people for the sake of more people. To be the right people. I feel like a vetting process should be established. So perhaps we can get the CV and resumes of people so that we can see what skills they possess and compare them to the skills that are needed. So, we need to have the right people So we should really put a call and a search for talent. Search for talent. But before we even do that, we must identify what positions we need filled, what areas we need to build on, so that we know what we need to look for in this talent search.
Okay, very good. Jerome, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Second what Brother Rod said. We do need people that are quality people, not just anybody, just for the sake of joining. I assume we're talking about leaders, right? Not just people in the strategic planning group. So yeah, we have a lot that we need to do, and yeah.
So
Okay.
there's a need for leading talent. There's a need for talent in the economics field, fundraising. There's a need for marketing. There's a need for talent in the areas of promotion. So as we organize our agenda and our goals, that align with our aims and objects, then we can put out the call for these talents and have a vetting process, and people have to be, and we should develop ways and means to fill our banks, to fill the bank account of the New African Network, so that we can pay for this talent, that they can be compensated for their work, for their time, and for their effort.
Okay.
So we need to create a budget for 2023 and beyond that align with our aims and objects and our goals. Thank you.
Very good. Brother Eugene?
Yes, I agree, brother. Yeah, we are not our parents' generation, nor are we our grandparents' generation. We are a new breed leader, African generation, where Black men and Black women have enough respect in this day and time. And of course, we need those real G's to be able to step up on deck. So, we've been calling for 1 million Africans to come together for a United African Liberation Front. And this is the discussion we've been having with the ECOWAS nations right now, to be able to host us for a day where those Africans who are concerned about what our future look like, to be able to come together for African liberation.
I think I lost you.
Gene's just picking up a little bit.
Yeah, so I don't know. Can you hear me, guys?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you guys able to hear what I was talking about previously?
I only hear some of it from West Africa countries, you say.
Yeah, where we were talking about the African Liberation Day conference. And of course, we'll be looking to get the New African Network to get them connected in with the rest of the grassroots organizations, such as the New Black Panther Organization, the African Liberation Army. We have the NFAC team members who are still in existence, although Grandmaster Jay has been locked up. But these people come from a background of people who have been really putting in that work. Team Huey Newton, the South African Freedom Fighters, the African Diaspora Development Institute, United Business Organization, such as ourselves, the African and New African Network. We all have been coming together as a collective to be able to do so. So we give a big up to all of our brothers and sisters.
Okay. Yeah, I think like you are off again. So let me continue with, oh, you back again.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it keeps going in and out, but certainly, yeah, we certainly look forward to collaborating with our brothers and sisters on the both political and economic side of things. And that's our full agenda for 2023 for sure. So we certainly will be keeping everyone abreast, posted on what's going to happen with the African Liberation Conference. Like I said, right now, Ghana and Nigeria is jockeying for the position to be able to host the conference there. And so at some point in time, I'll be able to relay this to the rest of the New Africa Network and those who are connected to our electronic platforms. The vision for the New Africa Network in 2023 is to go more mainstream. Like I said, we have a membership of more than 300,000 people who are connected in with a reach of more than 30 million with the connection of these organizations. And so I think if we continue, like Brother Razalula say, with the promotional aspects, we can certainly lift the level of the New Africa Network telecommunication and broadcasting system. We definitely want to become more mainstream and take advantage of some of the new IT platform, software, telecommunication platforms and systems that we can be able to put in motion ourselves, and this will allow us to get a further reach with what we're trying to relaying the news and the message to the Black communities of the world.
Very, very good. Thank you so much, Brother Eugene. So I think Bishop Williams, are you still there? No Williams, I'm sorry. I think he's off. Yeah, he's off. Yeah, something. I don't.
He dropped off out of the room. Text him and see if he.
Yeah, I think Dr. Ayama is supposed to be joining at 7. I'll be on the lookout for him coming in on the platform as well.
Yeah,
I'll be logging off.
Oh, okay.
You all know how to get in touch with me.
Yeah, so
just throw the black sign up in the air.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so now
Eugene.
Yeah, Black Power, brother.
Before I go. Brother Imani,
yes.
You keep the link up, and Brother Eugene, I'll be looking for the something in the mail, and Brother Jerome, check your thing. All right, everything is taken care of.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I got it. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, one love.
Okay, one love, Brother Roz.
One love.
Black Power, brother.
Give thanks.
All right. Okay. So now, so let's move on. So what do we really need for new people? One thing I think I found to be more interested is that we need people who can actually reach out to other people that we are looking for. You know, this is networking program or group. So we need to be able to network with other people. So we need someone who can write emails, who can reach out to other people, who can make calls. That is number one. Number two, we need people who can build us a website. Because believe me on this, one day, maybe our WhatsApp group is off. So what do we gonna do? Huh?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. We need a website and a Facebook
Yes,
page.
we need a website. I don't know if we LinkedIn or something. You can take
And
that, a Facebook page.
we can all be admin of the Facebook, so we can all log in and add to it, and it'll just us and banners. Yeah. So yeah, but Yohani, it'll be like great. It'll be easier. Like that's why I'm hoping I can come to Ethiopia sometime, so we can sit together and maybe set it up like while we're sitting together, because doing it this way, it's kind of hard for us to put things together, as you can see. Just start up a Facebook page and maybe a website. We had a website at one point, but I don't know what happened to the login and all that stuff. And also, we got to be consistent with the um, the email the email addresses and phone numbers that we're using to log into these things, because that's how we lost login information for one of our emails, and it's trying to verify with a previous phone number, which you don't have anymore. So stuff like that, we need to have like back up each other with our emails and stuff and our phone numbers, so we don't lose access. It's off the top of my head. I'm just calling all these technical
Right.
things. Yeah.
Right. Good advice, Brother Jerome, because although we're on most of our information is on encrypted network and all of that, we certainly need to be very conscious about, what if certain platforms ever get shut down, how do we keep up the communications process, but also continue to allow our member platform to have access and be able to share information and also participate in the conversations and dialogue that we're having on a continuous basis. At some point in time, we did talk about taking the New Africa Network platform to more of a mainstream media platform where we can utilization of television and some other technologies like web apps, or perhaps being able to connect into something a little bit more of a mainstream encrypted usage. So that's some discussions that the board can certainly speak on a little bit later in the year, but also having that as a part of our main dialogue and infrastructure as we develop as well. The telecommunications field is wide open right now, and we are probably pretty much the only platform that has grown with the rate that it has over the last couple of years, and it's based on the dialogue and the conversations that our Black people have been having with one another, and very conversation that is consciously focused on the Black man and the Black woman and our well-being, and that's certainly drawn a large crowd and participation to whatever we have going on at this point in time. It's been certainly helpful. I've actually had members of the New African Network reach out to me, and they told me, hey, this is some direct conversation saying, man, since I've been connected to the New African Network platform, they come out and say, Brother Eugene, you don't know how vital this information has been for us, because it's a lot of things and information that I never did knew about us as a Black people, and with such positive impact that we've been having, certainly we want to look at trying to keep coming up with strategic solutions amongst ourselves to be able to keep this in play. And it's very crucial at this time for us as uniting our people across the world.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. There is a lot of information displayed in our WhatsApp group, and 90% of information that is out there is misleading information. So we have to come out with the true information. And I do appreciate for most of our Pan-African YouTubers, which I think that we must take a time to appreciate them. Dr. Mumbi Seraki, Tunachek, Wadmaya, the African Diaspora News Channel, Make Africa Great, Swahili Nation. We have a lot of YouTubers who are every day focusing the Pan-African Daily Show, who are every day focusing on the issue of Africa. So, and we need to give them platform as well so they can display the information. So yeah, definitely it has been life-changing for some people who have been misled for a whole time. But also we still have a long way to go because our people still not informed at all. Black people, we are the only one who don't know much about ourselves. Instead, we know much about everyone, and everyone knows about us, but we don't really know who we are, and we don't really know who is our enemy. We don't really know where we are going to. We don't really know what we should be doing, and we are just thinking we can hustle and we will be fine, which is not true. Black people will not be liberated by hustling or trying to get a job. So definitely for this year, we definitely have to work hard to get a lot of things done. So another thing is that also we add people on, we're going to have maybe to put some contribution so we can pay our office here, but also we can get it going because it's absolutely not gonna be. But also another thing is that we are not gonna create like membership things because our people, we have so many organizations. Jerome, can you turn off your microphone?
Okay, yeah.
Just made it.
Yeah, and I wanna let him in summon Dr. Oyomi, but I can't. I don't know if he can hear me. Can he hear me, please?
Yeah, that's Dr. Ayomi.
Yeah, so I cannot let him in. I don't know. Can anyone do that for me? Just switch on. He cannot.
Dr.
I don't
Ayomi?
think he can.
Yeah, he might have his mic on mute.
No, he's not in the studio. I have to let him in, and I can't.
Good now. Because I'm
Yeah.
Starbucks, it's noisy or sometimes.
Yeah, my homepage, my screen is frozen, so I can't even send him a message.
Yeah, I had a couple of people tell me that they were trying to get in and couldn't get in.
I can't let them in, and I can't even let someone out. So my screen is frozen. So send this, Jerome. Can you send him a message and tell him that I am not been? I think. Let me see. No, I can't. So
You want to send a message to what, the chat, the group chat?
Yeah. Tell him that Dr. Oyami, I cannot let him in because
I thought it was just us, the strategic team that was.
Yes. Yeah, so he's in waiting room, and Bishop Williams as well. He's waiting in the room, but I cannot let them in back at all.
Said he was having a problem connecting. I just texted him. I asked him maybe he said he was listening, but no one was hearing him.
Yeah, he's Dr. Ayomi. He's there. I see him, but I cannot let him in at all.
He said not able to be heard, so I guess he's trying to speak, but no one's hearing him.
So, anyways, we're gonna have to deal with a lot of things. For that reason, I think that at least each one of us need to put some
meeting. I only see the two of us in the meeting now. Is it just the two of us? Who else is it? Is Brother Eugene still here? I don't see him.
No. I think he went to talk to Dr. Ayomi. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I may have to go in my car because it's getting noisy and I can't really hear properly.
I can't hear you. We can't hear you either.
For some reason.
Mute yourself.
Mute myself. I'm going to go into my car. Okay, give me a minute. Let me go in my car. So be quiet.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was saying that for those who are watching us live on YouTube, that we're gonna have to shift, and we're gonna be making a lot of change on New Africa Network. So, we're gonna be live at least twice by week in English, and I'm hoping to do twice in a week by Kiswahili. so to reach out to our Swahili audience as well. So Swahili Live is gonna be in African time, where we're gonna be talking about some of the issues in Swahili language. And I was looking someone who can speak Spanish too, so we can do some in Spanish as well, because as you guys we have very big group of people who speak Swahili, who speak Spanish in African diaspora. So pretty much that is one of the things we're gonna be doing. Another thing is that we're gonna be able to actually trying to push to see how we can get in mainstream media and organizing some of the events as well here on Motherland, but also in the diaspora as well, or outside of Africa. So I think that's most of the things we're gonna be working on for this 2020, 2023. So anyways, I think I need to play something here, and then I'm gonna be waiting for everyone to come back in. I don't know what happened to Brother Eugene. He left, and I don't think he's around. But yeah, so now Brother David Powell and Miguel and Bishop William, Dr. Ayomi, they will be possibly, we will see, I think, if there's anyone, we will figure out, but I want to add more on management team so that we can be able to be effective on what we are doing. So anyway, anyhow, I want to add something here, and I will be right back. But again, I do appreciate for each one of you guys to come in studio. We will be looking forward to actually push this agenda forward so that we can accomplish our goals or our mission or our purpose. And for 2020, 2022, I want to talk to you about Black Race Heroes. Someone is coming back in. Jerome, are you the one who's coming back in?
No, no.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what happened to Brother Eugene. I don't know what happened
I don't know
to.
either.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. My screen is absolutely frozen. It's not working. Brother Eugene, New African Network, I'm here. Oh, okay. So you're still there? Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah. So now.
So I can hear you better.
Yes. Huh?
I'm in my car now, so I can hear you better.
Okay.
I can,
yeah. Okay. So now I was talking about this 2023, 2022 is what we call. I have created two things. One, I created a Pan-African calendar that we'll be following, and we will give that calendar to most of people as well. Those who are Pan-African, they need to have it, especially the media, so that the Pan-African calendar agenda is that to be sure that we know which day we are on and what happened. For instance, I saw last time someone posted the birth of Khalid Mohammed, who was posted somewhere, and so to look into that as well. And Pan-African calendar will focus on who was born as Pan-African people, who was born and when they died, what they did, and so on. For instance, if we know the day when someone was died or passed away or assassinated, or someone was born and so on, so we will be able to recognize based on Pan-African calendar. That's number one. Number two is our Swahili heroes, people who advocate Kiswahili. We need to keep in mind, keep telling people that we have Kiswahili heroes, people who were best on the best of pushing Swahili language. And number three is the best Pan-African or African freedom fighters or liberator of the year. 2022, it was actually, I think I posted this picture. it was 5 people, which is Mama Arikana Chiomoriko, Dr. Mama Arikana Chiomoriko was the one of them, and Dr. Omar Johnson, and who also, Judith Malema and Professor Momba. Those are 2022 people who speak for Black people, but also Minister Louis Farrakhan also was among them. So now those are pretty much what I want to talk in short. And I don't know if Brother Eugene, you can hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. I don't know who else is in the meeting.
Yeah, he said he was in there, but I don't see him and I can hear
I
him.
don't see he actually showing up, except me and you
Yeah,
on the side over
yeah,
here.
so anyways, I think it's getting a little late.
Yeah, I have to get back on the road and get back to work here.
Yeah, so I need to let you guys go. I hope you guys will understand that, and I need you guys to tell me or to vote for those people we want to let in, to include in our team leader. I see you, Brother Eugene, but I don't think you are in the studio. I think you can only hear me on waiting room. But yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely. So we, those guys, I want you guys to tell me exactly what you think about them, and then let me know if we can add them, or if there's anyone you will suggest to add on group. But also, I'm gonna send you some of information that we need to work on. As you guys, everything we do online, it doesn't matter if it's on your phone or your WhatsApp, your Telegram, whatever it is you do, is being watched. So it's not a private, it's not secret. So we're gonna have to see how we can avoid some of those things, as Professor Mumba was saying. Back in days of Marcos Garvey, and even time of Malcolm X, there was no internet, there was no WhatsApp, there was not social media, but people did very well, more than what we can do today. Why? Because now, if you put information there, what you want to do, people will listen to that, and people who have resources will do it. Or people who have resources, or your enemies will actually create another thing to oppose that, because our enemy, our adversary, people who don't love Africa, they have a lot of resources and a lot of power. So they are listening, and if you say, I want to liberate my people in this way, then they will create the opposition of that. Before you even come on ground or you come on scene, then they will just squash you, so we cannot be talking about things that is very important. We must have some privacy. So I don't know, we need to learn or to study how we're going to be able to communicate. During the time of Marcos Garvey, there was what they call Black Star shipping line, which was a part of news articles that was delivered physically to everyone, so that people can understand each other through the news. That's how he was able to create a movement that we have never, as Black people, accomplished again. We never accomplished anything that Marcos Garvey have accomplished, absolutely not. And I want you guys to understand that Du Bois was not a Pan-African. He never cared about Black people. In fact, the only time he cared about Black people is when he was kicked in the back by white people he was working for, to create all these bourrées. I think you guys hear about bourrées. If you haven't, please search for bourrées.
Who?
Yeah.
Who is this you're talking about?
Du Bois.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know, Eugene, you are listening, I know definitely, but you cannot come in studio. Yeah. So he was never be. He found out that he was wrong. Anytime you save white people, anytime you save them, at the end they will eat you too. So you destroy your own people. When you think to destroy your own people, then they come back and then they will eat you, or they will bite you in the back. So he found, So he he saved them. He created these bures. He created this NAACP, or whatever stupid thing it is, which I think is the father of black caucus or whatever it is. And instead to work for black people, he actually was knocking down Marcos Garvey, and he was possibly the reason why Marcos Garvey was thrown in jail and kicked out from US. So he was not a Pan-African. But we see that it's replay again. It will even come to some of the people you see today. This what is it, Smith, Stephen Smith, whoever it is, and these all those coons you have in America. You have so many coons. I don't know why black people always betray black people. I don't really know why. But at the end of the day, when they work for the system that designed to destroy them. Eventually they will come back and they'll destroy them too. So that is what happened to the boys. He actually eventually ran away and died in Ghana after he saw that he could not save he cannot save white men. It's not gonna work. It's same thing to happen to as well to other people such Mandela as well. The hero is Winnie Mandela. It's not Mandela. Mandela, he saw his people. Now South African people are suffering in big time because Mandela saw them out. He saw them everything that he promised them, things that can never happen. You can never put white people and black people together and assume that you're gonna be able to be successful. I think you guys saw there is a town in South Africa where it's only for white people. I wonder where Mandela is with his idea of reconciliation. I don't understand. Anyways, I don't call Mandela a black hero at all. Some people who don't know, they put him because white media has been promoting him. But Mandela is the only one person who betrayed his own people, and his wife too, Winnie Mandela, who was.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it as heard it put that way that Mandela.
Oh man, you don't know.
I thought he was trying to. I thought he was trying to make peace because if he would try to make one side up against the other, it could have caused like bloodshed or war, or whatever. I've never. To me, I always saw them both of as being heroes in their way. Winnie and Mandela. To me, growing up, I've always seen. And I thought what Mandela was trying to do was just trying his best to keep the peace because he can really win. He can get like just the black people to win because the world stage would have seen it in a different way. You see what I mean? This is how I see it. But I guess
I think
I saw when he went to jail. I saw when he came out. I was like living in Trinidad, and I saw everyone was glad to see him come out of jail.
Yeah.
We were celebrating in Trinidad and Caribbean. We were celebrating, and then to see him become prime minister, we were surprised. We were glad, but things are complicated. I think it's not just straightforward as that. It's complicated. You know what I mean? That's how I say. I don't know. That's why I don't get in politics. Yeah.
Let me give you resources. So check on Dr. Khalid Mohammed speech on Mandela. On I don't remember which show was that. So you can search Dr. Khalid Mohammed. But also, if you want, you can search Brother Cochrane, Stephen Cochrane. Africa 93. Africa 93 is a 1 hour and a half video. So his breakdown exactly the dates. Stephen Cochrane was the best actual teacher. I think I accept that might be personal. So if you go there, you're gonna find out exactly what Mandela did in World Trade Tower, wherever it is, and what kind of contract he signed, and how he actually gave away all the economy of South Africa, and so on. So we definitely know that Mandela left South African black people with nothing. That's as a fact. So forget about if he become he talk about reconciliation and so on. Mugabe was about to do the same thing. Mugabe, he won the election in Zimbabwe. He took the land from white people. So why did Mandela not do it? Because they buy him, they give him money. By the way, they sign a contract behind the doors that we don't know about. But they thought we don't know about, but we know about it because everyone is talking about it. And his wife, Winnie Mandela, she told Minister Louis Farrakhan as well the same story. So he's been sold out now. Is that means that Mandela was not a good person? Mandela was a good person because one, where he started, he definitely fight strongly. And after that, I don't know what happened to him, but his end was not good. And we always count the end. Malcolm X was good from the beginning to the end. Martin Luther King was bad in the beginning. At the end, he was very, very brilliant and on fire. That's why he actually was assassinated. In the beginning, he was actually being used. So the end is what we're looking at. We don't look at the beginning. If you found it start good and then you end very bad, no. So now from that, I mean, like we have miseducated Negro, which is who we are, most of us Black people. So we see things on CNN or mainstream media, BBC, whatever it is, praising people, and we believe they are heroes. But we have to look. Why will any media of your enemy praise your people or your leader unless they are friendly? Because they cannot praise someone who is, look what they did to Gaddafi. They say he was a dictator. They say this and this. And is that was the truth? You know, so why they praise the Mandela? Why they praise Obama and so on? And we know absolutely in South Africa, 80% of the land is in the hands of white, who are less than 7%. 7, not 70, 7%. So how can you say that Mandela is a hero while South African people, by the way, I understand why South Africans are killing Black people in South Africa. I understand that. They call that or phobia, or whatever it is, bia. I don't know what the heck it is that. But we betrayed South African Black people. We did as African. We did as Ethiopians, as Nigerians, as Black people in diaspora. We did betray them. We thought we fought for them, but we didn't give them anything. So now they cannot go to steal from white people because white people have guns. So who do you think they're gonna steal from? The one who have a small shop as Ethiopian, as Tanzanian, as Nigerian, they're gonna come and steal from you because you're the one who betrayed them. We did not free them. We did not liberate South Africans. So let me not go that much far, but we just have to be sure that we understand who is our heroes. You can't call people who we are given by media to call them our heroes. No, we have to choose our own hero. People who speak in behalf of us. Dr. Omar Johnson, he speaks on behalf of Black people. He never compromised anything for Black people in any place at all. Those are our heroes. You don't call leaders that we have today our heroes. They are betrayers. They have not worked to unite us at all. So anyways, I think that's what I want to say for today. But so Jerome, and I think Brother Eugene, he's still there too, even though we don't see him. You don't see him, I see him. Jerome, which day do you guys think we should be in air live? Saturday or Sunday? 6 p.m. I think 6 p.m. is good. Here is 2 in the morning, by the way. So which day?
Saturday is better for me. Sunday is busy.
Sunday's busy. Eugene, you say Saturday is good? Okay, very good. So we'll be every Saturday at 6 p.m. We'll be coming in and
you said every Saturday?
Yeah, every Saturday. I think we need to start with every Saturday. Brother Eugene, do you have any comment? I will tell him, Jerome, because he can't see you. I don't know. Jerome, can you see the comments?
Else. I only see me and you. I don't see anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Eugene and...
I can't promise I can come on every Saturday, but I can come on whenever I can because, every Saturday is different.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to come in, by the way, because we don't have a space anyways for everyone. So we will definitely have.
Hopefully soon I'll be changing my. Hopefully soon
Huh?
I will be. I'm looking for like um job interviews. So
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping to be working somewhere soon. I don't know where yet. Instead of doing the
Okay.
Uber. So I have an interview on Wednesday on Zoom. I have a video meeting,
Mhm.
graphic designer. So yeah.
Okay. So Saturday it seems like we all agree. So it's just one day in a week for now, right?
Hmm.
Eugene, I know you hear us and I see you too, but it's my fault. My screen is frozen, so I should be able to let you in, but I can't. So, anyways, yeah. So we're gonna go with Saturday every Saturday at 6 p.m. and then I'm gonna try to choose which guests we can have in there. Again, we're trying to make this as much as professional as we can. So every time you guys will come in, trying to make sure that we are in a good place and we are seen very well. So any further ado, I think I'm gonna have to leave. We're gonna have to end this discussion. I appreciate for Bishop Williams and David Powell and who what was the other one? Dr. Ayomi and Eugene and Brother Jerome for coming in. So we will be, I will be sending you some information what we need to do by your emails. Possibly, I'll try my best, but I also will possibly send you letters, mail, by the way, from here in Ethiopia to you guys. So some of the things that we cannot discuss online, they will be coming to you by letters or mail.
Is this meeting recorded?
Huh? Yes, yes.
Okay. I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you. You have some good internet now. Like, what did you do? What kind of internet you're using? That it's working good than now, better than last time.
Yeah, so now I am. We have internet at our home. In Ethiopia, the internet is getting a little more cheap. As you know, things are now on Huh?
Is it like a
Yeah.
is it like a good router or monthly
No.
payment?
This is a home internet.
Okay, there's a Wi-Fi.
Yes, it's Wi-Fi. So I decided to take that, and you guys, yeah, I don't want to talk about this on on here, but yeah.
Okay,
So I
sorry.
decided to
I
pay,
just need to
yeah,
know.
to
So
pay
when I come,
internet.
I
Yeah.
need to
So
have good internet the
anytime,
next time I come.
yeah. So anytime you guys you need me, you can find me. I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm available 24 hours. Anytime you guys you can call me on. Now I have internet at my home.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to
And
you.
yes. Now, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate for turning in. We can definitely. I'm gonna call you, Brother Eugene, on on WhatsApp, on my WhatsApp. So, yeah, I wish you a wonderful.
Yeah.
I wish you a wonderful evening. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Good
Thank you
night.
so much. Have a nice one. Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Mhm. Brother Eugene, he said that you want me to make announcement about the Thursday night business broadcast. Okay, so now definitely this one also we have Thursday business broadcast, which will give you more information or further information very soon. Thank you so much and have a nice weekend. I'll see you on next week. I'll keep in touch. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.